There's a couple of red lines in the NDAA bill. First of all, we were promised, conservatives were promised that an anti-central bank digital currency language authored by Tom Emmer, the whip, would be in the NDAA. Our initial reading of it, we've had it for hours now, is that it is not in there. As we fund our military, there are red lines that we need to put in here in the NDAA. So that's my initial thought for the few hours that we've had it.
Well, it sounds like that's not getting done this year.
I would be very surprised if we do it in the near term, but we have to pass an NDAA because it's one of the must-pass bills we have in Congress. We've got to fix it and get it passed.
Rep. Keith Self is letting us know that they are secretly trying to sneak in a CBDC through the back door of the National Defense Authorization Act. He says unconscionably it was included because, as you know, we do need to sign the National Defense Authorization Act, meaning giving money to our National Defense Department here in the United States. And what did they do? They snuck in a CBDC allowance into the back door there. Leadership needs to fix this bill immediately. Some XRP news. 4 weeks and XRP is now the fastest crypto spot ETF to reach $1 billion in assets under management since Ethereum in the United States. With over 40 crypto ETFs launched this year in the US alone, a few points are obvious to me. Number one, there's pent-up demand for regulated crypto products. And with the Vanguard opening up access in traditional retirement trading accounts for Americans, crypto is now accessible to millions more people who don't need to be experts in the technology. And two, longevity, stability, and community are all underrated themes that matter to this new set of off-chain crypto holders. So as we covered in the intro of the video here, we are continuing to see inflows of the XRP ETFs. This is fantastic news. In fact, when we switch over to spot only, we can see it is up only. We have not had any outflow days of the ETFs. Now, there have been some lackluster days. However, they are continuing to move to the upside. Ripple recently sent a letter to the CFTC telling them that they want RLUSD and tokenized MMFs to count as assets on their balance sheet and as margin eligible collateral for clients. But in comparing US regulations to global regulations, they also reveal some of their affiliates and conversation. And this letter regarding request input on use of tokenized collateral, including stablecoins in the derivatives market. These affiliates are not named, but seem to line up with Hidden Road outlets. BVI, local affiliate, is a Hidden Road partner. UK, local affiliate, Hidden Road partners. EU, registered investment firm in the Netherlands, is Hidden Road Partners. Abu Dhabi, local affiliate, is Hidden Road Abu Dhabi, that received FSRA in principle approval and is being folded into Ripple Prime. It should be noticed that it is also an attempt to put forth RLUSD as the house dollar Hidden Road can use, and then influence regulators to treat the New York Trust issued token and tokenized HQLA as core collateral in derivatives and prime brokerage. High volume, big money. And in big news, major headline we're covering today, Ripple executive Luke Judges says the XRP ledger may need a faster, more programmatic Solana-style execution and go-to-market strategy to stay competitive among Layer 1 networks. Luke Judge, who's a global partner success lead for Ripple, highlighting a clear parallel to the operational success or rival Layer 1 network, Solana, drawing on his prior experience in the Solana network managing a substantial validator. Judges suggested that technical superiority alone is not enough to secure networks' long-term relevance. Luke specifically credits Solana with having pragmatism and speed, which he views as essential for securing developer mindshare and driving adoption. The core idea is that execution velocity and practical approach to engineering and market entry can outweigh theoretical leadership in the race for ecosystem growth. Luke Judges posted on X here, most XRP folks probably assume I'd hate Solana now that I'm at Ripple. Truth is, a lot of the newer crowd doesn't know that I built 2 startups in the Solana ecosystem and ran a validator with about $30 million stake, living through the ride from $200 to $8 and back up earns real trust. Solana's far from perfect. Validator count is dropping fast right now, but it has pragmatism and speed that XRP and every Layer 1 can learn from, No point burying your head in the sand pretending that you're the only chain in town. Technical develops for the ledger, including the launch of the Ledger smart contracts on AlphaNet, historically optimized for fast, low-cost border payments through its federated consensus mechanism, and XRPL is now focusing on increasing its programmability and utility in the decentralized finance space. In direct contrast to Judge's view, David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple and the original architect of the ledger, emphasized that XRP's design philosophy is centered on reliability, efficiency, and institutional grade performance. He argued that this positions the network as inherently superior to high throughput chains like Solana without needing to overhaul the core strategy. For Schwartz, the XRPL's consensus mechanism delivers consistent transaction finality and near zero fees, offering superior uptime and predictability. He argues that is a critical competitive edge that should be prioritized over mirroring the ecosystem structure that Judges praises for its pragmatism and speed. So interesting internal conflict here at XRP between Judges and Schwartz. And I mean, that is interesting also on top of the fact that Schwartz is leaving and Judge's input is now going to have a heavier weight. And when it comes to developer and ecosystem consideration, Judge's assessment concerns developer experience and ecosystem support, providing effective developer tools, clear documentation, and structured onboarding process can encourage builders to deploy applications and engage with the network. This debate over validator economics highlights two network different design philosophies. The XRPL's consensus is valued for its battle-tested stability, fast transaction finality, and institutional grade reliability. Its challenge is to develop new staking mechanisms that can increase utility without compromising its core value proposition of predictable reliability, which stands in contrast to the instability seen in some high throughput chains, aka Solana goes down all the time. Market context and strategic execution. Judge's overall message should not be interpreted as an existential threat to XRPL, but rather a constructive mandate for strategic adoption. It reflects a high-level recognition that the competitive landscape rewards execution over theoretical technological superiority. And as you all know, everyone that dumps on XRP always says, oh yeah, look at that, cool, it always works, but no one ever uses it, right? And that's what they're talking about here. So theoretically, XRPL is the most superior chain out there, as they talk about, but has it actually been tested at the transaction volume that Solana employs? But in practical terms, what Judge is saying is these three things. He wants to improve the developer experience by making it faster and easier for programmers to build on XRPL, borrowing Solana's focus on practical, quick use tools, also sharpening the market strategy to quickly turn new technical features such as smart contracts into clear, unique, and appealing benefits for partners and users, and leveraging reliability for enterprise adoption, which is XRPL's main strength, while adopting the operational speed and flexibility seen in rival networks. So with all of this Solana, XRP combo talk, partnership talk, or competitive talk, it was very interesting to see Solana's tweets over the last couple of days. For example, Solana tweeted this a couple of hours ago: time to flip the switch, which is a nod, obviously, to the XRP community. They did replace the banner with Solana being at the top, which is technically supposed to be XRP based on the original post. Now, for some of you guys that are new here to the XRP riddles and whatnot, you may not even be aware of what this actually is, but this is the original post posted by Bearable Guy 123 on X, Bitcoin, XRP, USD. These are the three here. And they replaced it with Bitcoin, Solana, XRP.